Welcome back everyone, another Multiversus video, and today in this video I'm going to be making an updated tier list after the 1.05 patch update that just recently came out, after they did a bunch of nerfs and a bunch of buffs on different characters. I'm just going to go down the line from S to, C. I don't have any characters I'm putting in D. I don't think there's any characters that bad anymore, but I have a couple characters put in S, A, all that. So we're just going to hop right into it, and since this is a tier list video, if you want to just hop to the end of the video to see what the tier list looks like, by all means, feel free. But if you do so, shoot me a comment down below and let me know what you think of the list and what you would change differently. As I said, this is just my opinion, so this is just, we're going to hop right into it. This is my opinion on the characters, and we're going to put it in. And here we go. We're going to start with S. So the first character I want to put in S is obviously, if I can find her, Wonder Woman. The nerf they did to her was not enough. It really didn't do anything. She is still strong. Her shield ability is still very good. She deserves to be the first character in the S tier without a doubt in my mind. She's still a very good character. Very annoying, very strong. So she will continue to be S unless they bury her into the ground, in my opinion. We're going to move right on. The next character I'm putting in S right next to her has to be Shaggy. Again, the nerf that they gave to him didn't do anything. He's still very good character in my opinion. He is still strong. Yes, they nerfed his uppercut slightly. They made it harder to land, but he's still a very good character. He's S tier without a doubt in my mind. Really not much else to say about him. The next one, I only have 3 characters to put in S, and the last one I'm still putting Harley Quinn in S. Yes, you can argue her to be S or to put in A, but I'm going to put her as the last S tier character for me. She's still very strong and always will be. She has good projectiles, and that mallet that swings pretty much 360 is always a busted move. So I think that move alone will keep her in S in my opinion, and she's still very quick, a lot quicker than most of the characters in the game. So we're just going to put her in S, and then we're going to hop right down to the A now that we have no more S tier characters for my list. The first character I want to put as to lead off A has to be Iron Giant. Iron Giant is still a very strong character, being the big size that he has, the tanky ability that he has, and the crazy God mode, as I call it, that he has, where he gets his weapons and everything, where he goes crazy. That alone makes him still a very good character. They've tried to nerf him multiple times, and in my opinion, he's still good. He doesn't have the infinite kill anymore that he had when the game first came back, but he is still a very good character in my opinion, so he deserves the first spot in A. Next character I'm putting in A has to be Arya. She has always been a good character and always been a very skillful character in my mind. You need to know how to use her. You need to be good with combos, and if you are good with combos with her, you can be absolutely disgusting with her. You can really, really run a lot of combos with her. She's definitely a good character now, like she always has been, but they really didn't do much to her in this update, so she deserves to still be an A. Next character we're going to put right next to her is Tom and Jerry. Tom and Jerry is either always S or A tier in my mind, but I think they're kind of fading into existence a little bit as we get more and more updates. I see less and less Tom and Jerry players, because I feel like they're getting harder to play in my mind, because their projectiles I feel like used to do a lot more than they do now. Now I feel like it's easier to get closer to a Tom and Jerry, and if you kill Jerry, then taking on Tom is not that hard, and it's not that hard to get rid of Jerry either. So that's why I'm going to put them in A, middle of A in my mind. They are still a very good character, very skillful if you know how to use them, just like Arya. That's why they're going right next to Arya. You could argue wherever you want to put them. It's just my opinion. So I think they deserve to be an A. And yeah, we're going to move on. Next, we're going to go to Black Adam. I'm going to put right behind Tom and Jerry. We're just going to go in order here down the line pretty much. Yeah, I'm going to put Black Adam there. He is a very good character in my opinion. He has a lot of good attacks. He has the one attack where you hit the ground and it'll shoot lightning up anywhere pretty much on the map. He has the attacks where if you dash to the side, the lightning follows behind him. The lightning when you go up with him. And then he has that kick 360 pretty much. It's just like Harley's mallet. He's just not as strong, in my opinion, as her, so that's why he's an A and she's an S. I feel like they're very similar characters in my mind, but she's definitely a better character than him. They didn't really hurt him too much. Really didn't do much to him in this update, in my opinion, so he's going to stay in A. He could easily be S as well. Just my opinion, I'm going to put him in A. Now, another character that was thriving in the beta, but when the game first came back out, he was struggling a lot. I had him in C in my first tier list, but now I'm putting him back in A, and that's Taz. They made Taz a lot stronger, especially in this update. They made his tornadoes take more priority, and the one attack where it's like the whole smoke where he's swinging around, that attack you pretty much can't dodge or that attack will get priority over pretty much any attack out there. So that's why he deserves to be an A. He got a lot stronger in my opinion, and he definitely deserves to be there. He's kind of getting tankier too, so we're gonna see how they handle him moving forward because I feel like they may make him even more broken as we go on, just like the beta Taz was, because beta Taz was literally untouchable in my opinion, but we're gonna have to see. Next character I want to put in here is Joker. I'm going to keep him an A, obviously. He deserves to be an A. Joker is still a very strong character, a very good character. They did nerf him a little bit. That's why I would have put him in S, but after the nerfs he got, I'm going to put him in A. They made his crowbar not as, it's harder to hit with the crowbar. Same thing with the balloon and the cards. I think that's what they did to him. But, they didn't kill him. So that's why he only went from S to A in my mind. So that's, I'm keeping him there. He's still a very, very strong character. We got two more characters that I'm putting in A here. Actually, three more. Is it three? I don't know. We're going to go with the next character that I want to put next is Marvin. I just couldn't find him. Marvin has come on the scene lately, and I've seen a lot more Marvins. There used to be not many Marvin mains, but now there's a lot more, and he's a very good character if you know how to use him. This is a ones tier list, by the way. I forgot to mention that before to start the video. This is a ones tier list. So yeah, this is ones. But in ones, he's a very good character. He's a very good character in twos as well, but in ones, he's a very good character. If you know how to use his projectiles, it's hard to even get close to him. He can really mess you up if you know what you're doing with him, so he deserves that A spot. I think we're going to put... Well, I'm going to put Gizmo low A. They did nerf Gizmo quite a lot. They nerfed his car. They nerfed a lot with him, so he deserves low A. And he used to be he used to be S tier for me, but I'm putting him low A, high B, honestly, in my opinion, because they really nerfed a lot about him. The damage he does, his umbrella, they nerfed his car, so they kind of hurt him a lot. And that leads me into my next character that I'm going to that they really nerfed a lot. And I'm putting Bugs in A still because Bugs is still a very good character in my mind. I like Bugs. He's always been a very good character, but they nerfed the hell out of him in this update. They nerfed his safe. It's pretty much unusable. Like, the safe is unusable, not the character, the safe. So the safe breaks almost instantly now, and the bat is a little bit harder to use than it used to be, but they're making him more balanced, which I respect them for doing, but I feel like they're hurting him a little bit too much. That's why he deserves the last spot on the A tier list for me. To start off B, I'm going to put LeBron. LeBron I had in C in my last one that I did, but they gave him a couple buffs, and you could argue he could be A as well in my mind. You could maybe argue S, but I think A would be the highest. I'd put LeBron, but I'm going to have him start and be the highest B possible. They gave him a lot of buffs. They made him a little bit stronger than he used to be, so he deserves that first B spot. Next is another character that they finally fixed, and that's Jake. He deserves the second spot for B. They did take away that you can't spam the bite anymore with him, but they made him a lot better. They made his hitboxes easier, and they made them actually connect now, so his stretchy moves, they actually land, and they made him just a lot stronger. So he's finally getting back to the character that we all know him to be, so he's definitely going to be a good character moving forward. I can definitely see him moving higher up in the tiers as this game goes on here. So the next character we have is Jason. They finally fixed Jason. They gave him a little bit more speed, and they fixed his hitboxes. So fixing his hitboxes finally made his his side dash attacks and his machete attacks and the big hammer the big machete he swings. They finally fixed those so you can actually hit more with him, and they finally made him a little bit faster. So he deserves the third spot on the B tier in my opinion. Next is Steven. Steven used to be a lot higher for me. He was an S tier character in my mind, and I feel like the nerfs kind of really hurt him. And you're gonna see that. You're gonna see why he's really hurt when when Agent Smith comes out, because characters like that, I feel like are going to really hurt him. The characters that can get close to you, dive at you, and do all those little slides and everything like Joker and Harley can, it's going to hurt him. I feel like they kind of limited what he does, and his side attacks and his up attacks, they changed their damage and everything on him. So, just my opinion again. I'm putting him in B. He could be higher, he could be A in my mind, but I don't think he's no longer an S tier character anymore. So we're gonna move on. We're gonna put Finn right after Steven. Finn's always been, middle tier character. He could be a higher tier character. It just, depends on who's using him. But Finn's always a good one. They didn't really do too much to Finn, so not much to say about him. We're going to throw him in B there. The same thing with pretty much the next character is Batman. We're going to keep him in B. Batman's always a strong character. He's always got that great uppercut. That's pretty much the charisma is like the power of his character is that uppercut, and it's really strong. So he deserves middle of the B tier. Not much else to really want to say about him. So next we're going to put Stripe right behind Batman. There's a lot of characters that go in B because there's a lot of, pretty good characters. And Stripe's another one. Stripe, you can pretty much argue you can put him anywhere. They didn't really touch him in the update either, but he's always been good in my mind. He's a little tricky to use when you first get to use him, but once you learn him, he's a very good character. I like him, so he deserves to go there. I think Batman and all these characters in front of him are a little bit better, so that's why I'm putting him there. Next character I'm putting is Rick. This is my main now, pretty much in Multiversus. I think he deserves to go there behind these characters. All these other characters I think are a little bit better, but Rick still can compete with any of these characters on the board here. He's got the teleportation, he's got the Meesings, he's got his side attacks, he can turn you into Rain Dog. So he definitely deserves to go there. We're going to put Morty here. Morty gets to go there. They kind of nerfed him a little bit, so they made him weaker. That's why we're going to put him towards the end pretty much. They didn't kill him too bad, but he's still a very good character. I feel like they just nerfed a little bit, like damage-wise and everything on him. So I think he could definitely be a lot better in my opinion. Next is going to be Banana Guard. I feel like at this point, if you use Banana Guard, you're just trolling. A lot of people have figured him out now. He doesn't really have a great moveset. He just has the spear to the side where he runs at you, or he stabs you, or he slashes like that. So facing a Banana Guard, especially in ones, is kind of easier now that everyone's kind of figured him out. So it's easy to put him there. We got one more character, or two more characters that are rounding out the B tier, and that Superman is the second to last. He used to be an S tier character in my opinion, but he has to be B now for me. He's just not the same. His grab is not that good as it once was. He's a little bit slower than he used to be now that the game's, clunkier, so he's slower, so it makes him harder. Yes, he has that armor ability where it's hard to get him, but I feel like a Superman is predictable now, so playing him in ones is easy, so I feel like he deserves to be towards the end of the B tier. And the last character in the B is going to be Velma. I'm going to put her there because she used to be D. She was D when this game first came back, but they're buffing her. They're buffing her slowly, bringing her back. She's a very annoying character in my mind, but she deserves to be in B. We'll put her there. She isn't bad now, so she's pretty much average. That's what the B tier is for me, is average and just above average. So that's where I'm going to put her in average. So then the last two characters, Garnet and Rain Dog, I'm putting them both in C because there's really not much about them. Garnet, I feel like in my mind is just too slow. She's just not, she can't hang with these other characters in my mind. She deserves to be in the same tier as Rain Dog because when it comes to ones, Rain Dog is not it. He's a very good twos character. If this was a twos tier list, he'd be S most likely because he's a very good support character, but being a support character doesn't really help you in ones. It kind of hurts you, and he doesn't really have a lot of damage attacks or kill attacks, so he deserves to be the last character in C. And that's why I think Garnet does as well. Because, yes, Garnet is somewhat strong, but she's just too slow. Her moveset is eh. If you get her in range, you can just beat her up. So I think she deserves to be in C. But, yeah, that's the end of the tier list for me. If you guys skip to the end of the video, welcome. And let me know what you guys think down below. Whatever opinions you guys have, what tier list you guys make. I would love to see them. If you want to send them into my channel, I would love to take a look at them either on TikTok or on YouTube. Would definitely love to take a look at those. That being said, hope y'all enjoyed, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Peace.